Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Solana Sol. So right now we are seeing about a 14 to 15% increase in the last 24 hours. Solana's pushing right around that $119.82 range. We are seeing a great push up all the way up to $130 August 31st at 8:35 a.m. And then we did see a dip all the way down to about $117 10:55 a.m. August 31st, obviously being today. And now we're seeing it right around that $119, $120 range. We are going to see a lot of volatility continue to take place with this crypto space kind of pushing up and Bitcoin kind of remaining around 47K. So it's kind of cool to see that, some of these coins are pushing against Bitcoin finally, and we are seeing some altcoins continue to break out between, really 4 to 18%. If we take a look at Solana, though, there is a lot of people excited about the future and still believe that there is a lot more to come. I do think Solana has pushed up quite a bit in the last week and month, so we are going to have to be wary of possible retests of a little bit, I guess lower resistance levels before we meet higher highs. So let's take a look at the last week. About a 58.27% increase, making our way all the way from $70 to a really $71 range to this $119 to $120, I guess, is where we're currently at. We made it all the way to $130 though, continuing to see those all-time high pushes. We also take a look at the last month. We are seeing a 270% increase in the last month. This is the crazy increase from $34 all the way up to $120. Now obviously, like I said, all-time high push to $130 actually. And Solana is one of those coins we talked about on this channel quite a lot. We talked about it when it was all the way, I believe, back in March. And if we actually look back in March where our price point was, if we take a look at the last year, gonna have to see this last March, about, I would say mid-March probably, so about $16 most likely, or about $15, $14. Right around that range, we began to talk about Solana, the future of Solana, obviously understanding that there's a lot of potential behind this ecosystem as it continues to grow and make big strides. I am very, very happy to say that I did invest during that time. And, I try to give you guys these kind of deals all the time. If you guys want to learn more about that, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. I also have a Patreon, by the way, guys, in the description below, so you guys can check out more on pre-sale market caps, or I guess low market cap deals, ICOs, pre-sales. I give all that information there first on that Patreon. So I do want to jump a little bit farther into Solana. Obviously, a lot of news surrounding Solana today as we, made this all-time high push. As we jump into the first Solana really tweet here, we have, in a proof-of-stake network like Solana, it is important to maximize both the total number of high-quality validators on the network and the distribution of stake amongst those nodes. This is why we created the Solana Foundation Delegation Program. So we did talk about this in previous Solana videos, but it's a fairly big deal, and I kind of want to re-mention how important this is before we jump into some of these new articles that came out today. So the Delegation Program promotes the growth and security of the Solana network by strategically delegating SOL to new and existing validators who meet certain performance and decentralization criteria. So since June 2021, over 320 new validators have come online, reflecting the exploding interest in all levels of the Solana ecosystem. We also see number 4 here today. The Solana mainnet beta is actually secured by 896 staked validators located in 28 different countries across 150 actually different data centers and 92 unique ASNs. So a lot of cool things happening, and this broad distribution of stake and physical infrastructure helps keeps the Solana network secure and robust against attacks or failures, ensuring it remains accessible to everyone always. So obviously a lot of people love to hear that. If you're using Solana quite a bit or even just hold Solana, that's definitely something you want to hear. As we jump though into the next tweet, we see over 100 teams integrating Pyth network data 1 week after launch on mainnet beta. So in a few short weeks, Pyth network has attracted enormous interest from both crypto and financial communities. 100 plus teams building on Pyth prices and 25 plus financial tech giants across 6 countries contributing pricing build a critical piece of decentralized infrastructure. I do want to jump into this article here. Actually going to be on the NASDAQ.com. So it is great to see, NASDAQ continuing to talk about crypto related to, altcoins, whether it's Solana or, even larger coins and market cap. So the Solana cryptocurrency is enjoying an impressive pricing rally. Its price per token has climbed roughly 17% as of 2:30 p.m. EDT today, and it's about 52% over the last 5 days. So they talk about so what's going on, and then they talk about now what. So it's been another year of high volatility for the cryptocurrency space, but leading tokens have put up huge gains across the stretch. Solana's price per token has soared roughly 6,000 across 2021's trading. Absolutely huge. And they talk more about, really the big things coming. So inflation-related concerns, rising interest in DeFi applications have big catalysts for the market this year. Depending on what the ignition event turns out to be, Solana could see huge price swings in the near term term, and a major new feature rollout could be enough to send the cryptocurrency price per token significantly higher. So what they're talking about here is the ignition for Solana, and that's something we talked about in past videos. I do want to go and see what this ignition is all about. So if we actually go into, let me type it in here, Solana, let's go Solana ignition, and just see what comes up, because we talked about how big this could actually be. So here we have Cointelegraph talking about the mysterious ignition feature coming out later this week. We have a lot of big things coming for Solana specifically, and this will be one that boosts the ecosystem up quite a bit, depending on obviously what it is. So I do want to jump into another article, this one talking about Solana Sol cryptocurrency hits new high as altcoins rival Bitcoin and Ethereum, and here's why. So they talk about a little bit as to why and what Solana is doing differently. So Solana has prioritized smart contracts, which are programs stored on the blockchain that run when predetermined conditions are met. Automate agreements so that everyone is certain of the outcome as well, and this has allowed Solana to take advantage of the NFT market and DeFi, but other projects such as Cardano are starting to plan and enter that smart contract space. So there will likely be increased competition. So expect Solana to continue to do well, but I do expect a little bit of a slowdown here in the upcoming weeks ahead, as we can't continue to fly like this forever, in my opinion. We also see the website Solana.com having a lot of great stats here for us. So 1,761 live transactions per second, average cost per transaction, pretty much nothing. And we have the validator nodes out 920 as well. So you can actually explore the ecosystem, see that they have huge things here in the ecosystem already as more projects continue to, really just join and flood in. We see $4.3 billion transacted since inception, 80 million average daily volume. And that's just, one of these projects. We're continuing to see, projects like 8Pay, we have Hero, Launch DAO, OneSoul, Crapper Finance. There's some big ones on here. Hubai, obviously going to be one of the biggest one. We have Solana Art, I believe here. Yeah, Solana Art there. Just like I said, a lot of big projects that are going to continue to boost this ecosystem up. I do want to jump, like I said, back over to the price chart and talk about the price predictions for the end of the year and the end of the bull market. This is one of those coins that it does kind of continue to move my price prediction, just because this last month, I didn't expect a huge increase, like a 272% increase. I expected maybe 30 to 40%. 272% increase. It's something that a lot of people didn't predict. I'm very, very excited about this, obviously holding my own Solana and continuing to hold during this time. I think we are going to continue to see some increases. However, over time, we are going to start to slow down, find, resistance levels, and start to probably pull back just a little bit. So just keep that in mind if you are holding long term. I do think Solana is not a buy right now, unfortunately. I think, you don't buy a green candle that's on top of a green candle on top of about 4 other green candles. Just something you don't do, in my opinion. Always do your own research, guys. Always do your own financial advice, or, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research. But I do want to talk, like I said, about the end of the year price prediction. So by the end of the year, I do think Solana is going to continue to push up. It's going to be a very, very slow push after this, next month or two, in my opinion. It is up about 14,416% since the beginning of Solana. In the last year, over a 2,400% increase. There's a very, very good chance that we do reach anywhere from $300 to $500 by the end of the year. I think realistically, though, $200 to $400 is going to be my price prediction. I always try to stay on the realistic, reasonable, conservative side. $200 to $400 is that price target for me. By the end of the bull market part 2, I think $300 to $600 is going to be well within reason, and something that I'm excited for. I think we're going to stay within those ranges. And I think, realistically, as we move forward, Solana is going to continue to grab new and better projects that are going to continue to build on the utility and use cases that it already provides. So I'm excited about the future of Solana. If you guys are as well and you want to stay up to date with Solana as well as so many other altcoins across the channel, make sure to quickly like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. I'll see you guys all in the next one.